Today, we will be taking a look at a 30-minute crypto trading strategy.
But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for TradingView. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon.
Alright, as I said, today we will be taking a look at a 30-minute crypto trading strategy. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 57 different strategies, with 14 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 768 indicators, with 309 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now, you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. We've also retested in the advanced testing 17 of the winning indicators. 7 of them have been able to maintain the winning status. The best one, a 76% win rate. Now, keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the crypto and Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market and time frame universally. All right, so today we will be looking at a 30-minute crypto trading strategy. So as I said, it is the 30-minute time frame. It is the Bitcoin versus the USD. And this strategy supposedly was used to grow an account from, I think it was $1,000 to $50,000 over a couple year time. And so it supposedly has a very, very high win rate and a very high return on risk reward, or just a high return in general, I guess. And so the strategy itself is relatively easy. Now, this strategy supposedly was verified by the original person who posted it, and a few other people have posted it as well, and explained the strategy and kind of the history behind it. And so we're going to take a look and see if it is able to kind of hold up to that scrutiny. Now, like I said, the strategy itself is relatively simple. It only consists of basically 2 different indicators. So we have an EMA, and if I turn that off there, you can see the blue EMA there. That is set to a 9 period, and so just kind of your default period on an EMA. And then it has the Bollinger Band, your standard Bollinger Band on the default setting, 20 length, standard deviation of 2, offset 0, blah, blah, blah. And so that gives us what we see here. Now, I did add this extra part down here at the bottom, which we'll discuss that in just a moment. So just go ahead and knock that down, so that way we can concentrate here on the main strategy. And so what we are looking for is the contraction and expansion of the Bollinger Bands. And so the first thing that we are looking for is when we get a contraction of the Bollinger Band. So when the Bollinger Bands tighten up and start to squeeze down, that is the first thing that we are looking for. And so, for example, you can see that the Bollinger Bands kind of bubbled out here, and you can see that it starts to squeeze in right here. And once we get that squeeze, what we are then looking for is an expansion of that squeeze. And so you can see that squeezed in nice and tight here. And one way you can do this is you can measure it out from the top band to the lower band. And you can see that it's 1.41 roughly is the distance between the two, right in that general area. And then if I measure it again right here on this big candle, from the bottom band up to the top, you can see it's now at 1.65-ish, 60-ish. And so we have an expansion in the Bollinger Band there. Now, the next thing that we look for is we look for a break and close outside of the band. Now, we are looking at the upper part of the band here just because that's where price action has moved. If this was reversed and price action was going down, we look for the break below the lower band, but we get a break above the upper band here. And then what we are looking for is the first candle to make a break back within the Bollinger Band and close in the opposite direction. So this red candle right here is the first candle that we see that comes back in the opposite direction, but more importantly breaks and closes below that upper band. So that's going to be our entry there. So we have a short position set right at that point. Our stop is going to be just on the other side of the last kind of pivot point, the highest pivot here or the lowest pivot if it was on the downside. And our target is going to be the EMA. And so you can see that on the very next candle, actually that entry candle that we would have entered on there comes down and hits our take profit pretty easily there. Let's see if we can find an example of a short. Let's go ahead and look at this one right here. I don't know if this one actually got us to our take profit, but we'll go ahead and look at it anyways. So you see that we get the contraction right here in the Bollinger Band, and then we get an expansion right here. This candle here, the red candle, closes down below outside of the band. This candle here comes back and closes within the band. And then we get the kind of pull back to the EMA. But if you look here, there is going to be our stop. The EMA would be right there. You can see that we actually missed the EMA just barely on this candle here before we then come down, and we actually would have gotten stopped out. So now what I did was to make this a little bit easier, because sometimes it can be hard to see when the Bollinger Band is expanding and contracting. What we have here is the Bollinger Band width. And so if you just type that into the search here, just Bollinger Band width, you can see that brings up quite a few, but the Bollinger Band width with squeeze alert or with alert works just fine. And so basically what this does is in oscillating line form gives you when the Bollinger Band is contracting and expanding. So as it's going down, it's contracting, Bollinger Bands are squeezing in, and then as it expands back out, this is going to go up. This line is going to go up. So it gives you a little bit easier kind of visual cue on when it's expanding and contracting. So that's the strategy there. Again, supposedly it works really, really super well. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and fast forward through the 50 trade test. We'll pick this up on the other side to take a look at what it was able to achieve. All right, so that's going to put us at the end of the testing there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our Discord server. So this is our Discord server here. It's free to join. We have lots of channels for free for everybody to hang out and discuss things, but we do have a Patreon only channel here for our patrons to hang out and take advantage of some advanced information that we're posting. And so, for example, this Sasquatch here is an amazing Forex prop trader. It's pretty much posting every single day charts like this every day the market's open. Charts like this here where he's marked out areas of support and resistance and areas of interest, even sometimes where he is looking to take trades. Also doing some just kind of experiments on different levels, key levels, so on, kind of explaining what exactly it is that he's doing and why he's doing it. But super awesome stuff here that he is putting out. Our admin Jay is also posting similar things for the futures market, and so here's a chart marked out with areas of support and resistance, areas of interest. And so again, even if you are not necessarily looking to trade support and resistance or price action, it's really important for you to understand those areas of interest and those key levels, and to be able to understand how they are going to play a role in whatever trading system that you are going to use. And so again, a lot of great information that they're posting here for everybody to take advantage of. Highly recommend that you join us. All right, so back to our strategy here. Okay, so out of the 50 trades, we were able to get 36 winners, and we put us at a 72% win rate. So a really decent win rate. Now, of course, the stops do generally tend to be bigger than the winning trades, and so a little bit of an offset in your risk reward, but not by too much. And so for example here, let's just take a look at this one. So the stop would have been right at 1.25% roughly, and the take profit would have been right around 65%, something in that area. And so you can kind of see how the risk reward there, that's kind of normal there, risk reward, but a very high win rate. And you could even take profits at some other areas as well, maybe a little bit sooner in some of these instances, or just kind of trail along. In some cases, many cases, the losing trades here actually make it to the EMA. So say you had it set up to where it didn't necessarily have to hit this point of the EMA, but if it touched the EMA at any point, then that would be your take profit and your stop. And so many times, like I said, the price action touches the EMA, but it doesn't necessarily touch it at the exact point where it would have been set on that entry candle. And so that would have gotten you even better win rate out of this. And so no doubt that this is a profitable system and something that should be played around with a little bit more, tested, and see if you can make this work in the long run. So, all right, that's it for this one. It is going to go on the winning list, and we will move on to the next video from here.